Right, well, it's fantastic, Kathy, to have you here. Kathy's going to talk to us about the Big Give, and we've got a little video that's going to show us a little bit about it.
In any major city center, there's a raft of people with a variety of needs. They don't even have the means to have a normal life.
One morning I woke up really early, felt that the Lord gave me an idea to do the Big Give, which was a free garage sale. And it took a few years to make that dream realized, but it did happen last year.
We sensed right away that it was a God idea for the whole city. And so we were excited when we could see so many churches mobilized on the day to participate in the Big Give.
We had over 10,000 items that we gave away free. We had fridges, stoves, furniture sets, kitchen sets, clothing, computers, bicycles, sports equipment.
We really needed God, and when we saw what God did, it was incredible.
We were right in line with what God had called us to do. We heard story after story of lives that had been really touched, really changed.
So, Kathy, thank you very much for coming all the way from Ottawa.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So this is an initiative that started there.
Yes.
And it's going to be coming to Toronto.
Yes.
This summer, and we're looking forward to it, and I've been working a little bit with you on that.
Yes.
But I'm just really intrigued about how this all started.
Well, in 2009, I was on staff at a church in Ottawa, and we were challenged to do something in our community, an outreach that would be different, and something that would really show the community around the church that we really loved them. And so, but it had to be something really different. So we were all kind of racking our brain. And so one morning I woke up with the idea of a free garage sale.
A free garage sale?
A free garage sale.
Okay.
So as we started talking about that, we realized that it could be even much more than that, but people in our congregation really jumped on board. And I remember that as we started building upon the idea, people were coming to me and saying, well, I could do free haircuts.
Oh, okay.
Or I could do, a free car wash, or I could do free computer advice, or things like that, free guitar lessons. And so that day, when it all unfolded, it was the first Saturday of June that year, we just saw a huge event, and the community really came out and were really, really blessed by it. So that's how it kind of started.
Fantastic. So it started in one church?
It started in one church, that's right.
And so then what happened after that? So
after that, I kind of had a dream to take it citywide.
Okay.
And so it took a little while for that to happen, but in 2015, after being encouraged by a local ministry in Ottawa called One Way Ministries, they came alongside and said, we hear that you have a dream and we really love it. And the dream was that, lots of churches would do the Big Give on the same day.
On the same day?
On the same day.
Across the whole city?
Yes, and all different denominations. And so that was my dream, to see churches all across the city do that. So in 2015, we had 55 churches.
55?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's right.
And so it carries on.
Yes.
And this year?
So in 2016, which was just last year, it grew to 66 churches.
Wow.
But then we started to have communities come to us and say, such as Toronto, the GTA area, say, we really love this idea. So we'd like to get involved. And so that's how it's been growing, just from people hearing about it.
That's right. Well, we saw that and we thought, this is exciting. That's an inspiration. And so tell me a bit about sort of what happens when people come and they come to this garage sale. Everyone likes a garage sale, but everyone really likes one that doesn't have sticker prices.
Yeah, people love free stuff, right? We all do. We all love free stuff.
Yeah.
People are very surprised by it. They always are wanting to see if there's a catch, or can they actually give us something? And the thing is that there's no strings attached.
Right.
No strings attached. So when they come to our properties or wherever churches decide to hold the Big Give, they're actually in shock, because some people are getting free appliances, free fridges and stoves,
Really?
Free bedroom sets, free furniture, and along with all kinds of other free stuff. Every church can do what they actually want to do, whether the church is small or big.
Right.
I know sometimes a church thinks if we're too small, we can't do something like that, but the ideas are kind of limitless. They can
sort of decide, well, this is what we are capable
of
doing.
That's right.
And we're going to do that.
Because the first Big Give, the thing is that for the one church, is that we had to do something that wouldn't cost the church a lot of money, and everybody could be involved. And so that's kind of where it all started.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you go and you get a fridge and the bed set, I mean,
Yeah.
how do they get it home?
Well, most churches, if they offer that,
Yeah.
like the free giveaway with the appliances and everything, I encourage them to have delivery vans and delivery trucks. And so those trucks are there available to take the furniture to their homes.
And they do that for free?
Yep, it's all for free.
Now, you told me something about one of the guys who was delivering.
Yes, yes. Well, there's been many stories of people who deliver to homes where they come back just so entirely moved because, you know, the home had no furniture. One home had no beds for the children. We were able to give them everything they needed, really, and so they come back just so blessed. But the key is that I know, you know, churches do a lot of this kind of work, which is wonderful, but the neat thing about the Big Give is that it's more than one church. It's kind of a citywide, perhaps a nationwide event, you know. And with Canada's 150th birthday coming up, you know, our dream would be to have 150 churches.
150 churches?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool.
The Big Give citywide, or nationwide.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, so what? I mean, firstly, actually, tell us just about the date, because people will be interested in what this
Yes.
is.
Well, the date is always the first Saturday of every June, so that's kind of non-negotiable.
Right.
We'd like everyone to do it on the same day. The time of day does not matter.
Okay.
We don't care what time,
Okay.
and we don't actually even care what you do, as long as there's no strings attached.
Right.
Right, and no money taken for anything.
Okay. It's just that's the whole idea. Is you're giving it away.
That's right.
That's right. So this is so it's the 3rd of June.
Yes.
This year.
This year.
And it's a Saturday.
It's a
right?
Saturday,
So so it's easy. You can kind of fit it in within things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So I mean, this is happening now in Ottawa as a kind of citywide thing for a couple of years.
Yes, that's
so
right.
So what do you hope to communicate to the city?
Of Ottawa?
Yeah, of Ottawa.
Well, I think that for Ottawa, I hope that they would see that this is an ongoing thing, that the church is not looking for anything in return, right? And so I just hope that actually any city or any town that decides to do the Big Give, that they would see the gospel really through the Big Give. You know, that it's really the love of God that makes us want to do these things, right?
So it's the kind of so it's if they want to ask why, they can ask why. But first of all, they're just receiving.
Yeah, just because we want to give.
Generosity.
Yeah, that's right.
And neighbours.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
We want it to be a movement of generosity.
That's right. So we have the website is up, and people can go there and find it. And there's some information meetings are happening in Ottawa, and they're happening in Toronto as well.
That's right.
People can find that information. And I mean, do you imagine it going across the whole country on this one day, everyone doing that? Wouldn't that be?
That would be amazing. I would love that. Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, only God would be glorified through it all, and that would be wonderful.
So what's kind of sparked this in you? What that you'd want to do this?
Honestly, I don't think I could do anything different. I love outreach.
Yeah.
I love thinking outside the box, you know, as far as outreach is concerned. I've been a pastor's wife for many years. I've always done outreach in every church we've been in. And so I really love the idea of being part of somebody's journey to find God, but not necessarily, you know, preaching at them. This is just showing them, you know, that God really loves them and cares about them, you know, because who knows what they're coming from? Who knows what their story is, right?
That's
when
right.
they come to the Big Give.
And you don't have to have a seminary education to do it.
No.
Everyone can give.
Everyone
whatever
can
you
give.
have, someone will benefit.
right.
And just to close, tell me that story about the shoes.
The shoes, yeah, you like that story?
Yeah, I do.
Well, the first Big Give, we had a shoe table, just a big round table, because people had brought in their shoes to give away. And so we watched people come, take off their own shoes, and put them on the table, and take shoes that were there, and then leave their shoes. And then we saw someone else come and take their shoes. And at the end of the day, all the shoes were gone. It's amazing to watch that. Yeah.
So then, in a sense, even the people who were coming to receive things ended up giving as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So you're really setting a beautiful example.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.